Hi there, Ron here of Variable Play, and welcome to another Open Game Night.
Open
What's
game
up?
night.
Game night.
How long have I been gone? Our intro has changed.
Yes, it has changed so much.
I knew I was not here last week, but man, a lot has changed.
Yeah, we hired a DJ.
cool, cool.
Yeah,
Hey.
so that new background is something we had commissioned, and yeah, it's ours.
Yeah.
Yay!
Hey, boy. Hey.
So it's the Variable Play. I don't have a
Or,
title
or,
for it.
OST, man. Or the
OST.
original music
Seriously,
of
that's
a
what,
variable
that's
play.
what we call it.
I don't
It's
know.
VP. It's VP soundtrack. It's
Yeah,
VP Lounge.
VP Lounge. Yeah.
Cool, cool. Hi, I'm
Speak-
Denmark. Thank you for joining us.
Speaking of music, I gotta just recognize the Limp Bizkit shirt from Keo today. Good job, sir.
Nice.
90s kid,
Throwing
1999.
throwing it way back.
Did they do
Give
the
it up
Mission
for the
Impossible thing?
Oh no, that was the third album. That's the second
Oh,
one
okay.
he's
The
wearing.
second one,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Cool. All
If
right.
only we can
so
fly.
What have you guys been playing? I have recently been playing.
Why excited to share?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
I know.
This
So
is the
I,
first
I
one.
finally got to play Mutants. So
What?
Mutants
What?
the
It's new game.
Mutants the card game.
Okay.
It's fairly new.
Hey, sup, Squirtle?
Hi, Jay.
What's up, Jake? Okay,
Excited
mutant. Mutant.
Hey,
TJ.
TJ.
Hello, welcome.
Yeah, so Mutants the card game is well, of course, multi-use cards. But
Of
What
course,
else is new?
of course.
Oh,
Sold to Ron immediately. Like I want it now.
Alright, but basically it's a deck builder at its core, but you have these mutants, these basic mutants, and to acquire advanced
Basic
mutants,
mutants.
yeah,
There,
Yeah,
he's
you
just
know.
saying it to
But
acquire.
wouldn't being mutant make you more than just basic?
No,
yeah.
you're
So
basic.
they
You only
have
got
more
one power.
advanced mutants. So
You
the
got one
advanced
tail.
mutants, you
Yeah,
need
I'm getting
to
confused.
splice two genes
Hey, Danny.
from different mutants. So they have different types. So you need to combine two basic mutants to acquire an advanced mutant. And
So it's dinogenics.
kinda, but like with cards. But what they've done, and the reason why I got it primarily, it's a good multiplayer game, but it also has a very good solo where you have a boss that it has it has its own deck, and the way the game works is you have sort of this play area, and cards move to the left or the right.
Okay.
Different triggers. The boss would already give you where the card will go next, or like looking at it. Okay, so that's gonna push that card, and it will trigger this. So I can. You're gonna now play around that information. You
Is it a
don't know what
conveyor
exactly.
belt type?
It's
where it's
not too
goes-
much of a conveyor, so it's just the middle, left and right, and then they bump off. So
Oh, okay.
and same thing with you. You're planning out also your own board in the same way. But super cool art, and yeah,
When you said
Wow.
conveyor belt, I immediately thought of the card game from Simon,
Which
the
one?
Dreadmire game.
XCOM.
The,
Yeah, no.
The one that we played?
The
one that we played?
Xenoshift.
Yeah,
Xeno
Xeno
Shift.
Shift. There, that's it.
Oh,
Like it's like
dude,
just
yeah.
it's a conveyor belt of cards that just keep pushing.
Yeah.
Pushing. Hello, Lubin.
will
Thanks for
survive.
joining us.
And it's kind of like Xenoshift. There's so much content. There are different.
Is it a big box?
You- It's a fairly big box. I did an unboxing a few weeks ago.
Yep.
Your cards?
I'll, like 140, 120 cards, I think.
Oh,
Not that many. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. and you know that you can put a lot more stuff in the game because when you open up the box and you see the insert,
There's
you're
a lot
so
of
like,
much
space.
space, right? It's like expansions go here.
Also,
Even
the
if we
bought
don't
the
know
big
how
box
many.
already. Yeah, the big box
Yeah, it's
version.
like-
Okay.
It's all
Okay.
planned out.
yeah, pretty
Marketing
much,
strategy.
pretty much.
Cool.
I like that.
Mutant.
So-
Who?
And
Who published?
really, I forgot. Lucky Duck Games. Sorry. I. That's why I was also very surprised because Lucky Duck Games, you're normally just thinking of them with Chronicles of Crime,
Yeah.
right? Apparently, they have this game that is
Mutants.
Mutants card game. Very tricky. There's like um, mechanics on milling your opponent. There's mechanics on sort of reviving dead creatures. There's a lot of like kind of feels like Magic, but
Oh, from the
compressed.
graveyard, huh? No, Javi, from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
graveyard, no? No.
Desky,
or
welcome.
from the remove from
Hey.
play zone.
Oh,
Did you guys
exile.
get? Did you guys watch the D&D
Episode of Game Nights.
episode
Yes.
of Game Night? Oh,
Yep.
It
Yeah,
was
I
so
bet you're
awesome.
so proud of how that dragon deck
oh yeah,
performed.
yeah.
Is this the one with Slade Wilson?
Joe.
No, yeah, Joe Mangiello. Am
Yeah,
I
that's
pronouncing that
why-
right? Yeah.
I can't say his last name. That's why I just said Slade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
dude, that was a
it.
fun. That was a fun show. Hey,
It-
I'll watch later.
Ron, how about your new old small box game? Have you tried it yet?
Oh, I have not made.
What
um,
new old small box?
I'm getting confused. You become absent for one day,
You've got Death Angel. Okay.
Look at that.
for one episode, and then
Well,
everything gets
Ron
confusing.
wasn't in last episode, but
I know.
me and KO had a lot of fun hanging out with the other VP buds. man.
Yeah,
especially
get to know
Squirtle
them.
and Morgie.
Desky was saying, "Hey, someone said hi already." Can you say hi?
I got you, bro. I got you.
All right. So from now on, whenever someone says that, we all pause and they'll just say hi all at the same time.
1, 2, 3. From left to right. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, Desky.
Hi, Desky. Hello.
Sorry, I'm a jerk.
Don't worry, man. When the OnlyFans thing happens, personalized greetings whenever you want.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just name the piece of clothing.
See,
of Javi.
an immediate
Yeah.
response.
Only
Cool.
fans.
Death
Why would you pay
Angel
for Javi?
and Mutants, right?
I haven't played Death Angel again because I don't have sleeves for it. I am
No
still
sleeves.
ordering the sleeves.
Oh yeah, don't play unsleeved.
No. This is already
That's
out
insane.
of print, so I cannot
That's
play it without sleeves. All right, how about you guys? Kyo, let's go this
I'm
way.
actually I'm gonna have
Go
to
ahead.
pass on today's what you've been playing because
Okay.
I have not been able to really play anything.
Not even
so-
Magic.
Oh, you've been
Mostly
busy,
been
boy?
selling Magic and sorting through my
Alright, cool.
cards, but not playing.
Cool.
So skip.
Okay,
me.
okay. Fair enough.
All right. Speaking of mutants, I've been playing an old, well, technically 2019. That's pretty old to me already. About action game that involves mutation, and it's
What?
set in a alternative end of the world 80s.
Oh,
It's called Rad.
Okay.
Okay.
Rad.
Sounds like an
Rad.
that
image
sounds
comic.
Rad.
Rad. R-A-D.
It sounds like a
Rad.
Fallout spin-off.
It's kookier, and actually it's more really, it's weirder, it's funkier, it's just weird. It's an action what do you call this, roguelike. When you die you repeat, but you unlock the things.
Of course. Of course.
You know, if you want punishment, yeah.
Everything's a roguelike these days.
The developers want you guys to repeat their game. They work so hard in it, so repeat it every time. Aside from Rad, I haven't been playing much really. I've been playing the game I was planning to review. I'm not saying what yet, so you'll see.
Hey, watch out for that
I,
one.
if we're talking about digital, I'm enjoying this game.
Dungeons and
Um,
puzzles.
So it's a let me load it up and then you guys will. So it's a Sokoban style.
Oh my
But
gosh.
but
When was the last
pixel.
time I heard that word?
I know.
Sokoban.
So so
Dude, wow.
so it's really
My
Sokoban. Like you
gosh.
can only do uplift, the directions and
So the
leave
five
your
and one
unit.
fourth disc.
Yeah, you guys will hit the wall and then
Really?
Yeah, Sokoban, right?
Yeah,
Is it with a big disc? Like,
yeah.
ex- tama.
The floppy disks.
Yes. So it is that mechanic, but of course done in a mobile experience, and then it's in a dungeon, and you can pick up weapons and you can level up and stuff. It's like okay, it's like Sokoban to the new level.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
Nostalgia.
So that was pleasantly surprising. So if you guys have a
Cool.
chance to check that out,
All right. I will. I
Dungeons and
really will.
Puzzles.
Dungeons
Dungeons
and
and
Puzzles.
Puzzles.
Such a unique
Uh,
name.
it's like
Yan.
one of the most common names that you're gonna ever. It's like if you search it on Google, it's like a lot of those things will come out, and like, oh, which one of these?
Yeah, it's just like that's not, I'm not looking for key terms. It's the name of the game.
Dungeons and Puzzles.
So that's what you've been playing, Kyo?
And also one
Brad?
more game, Remnant from the Ashes. It's a pretty
Hey, I've
2019
seen
game
this.
too as well. Yeah, it's a good game. It's like a Souls game, but there's no penalty for
Agreed,
dying.
That's so true, and we're gonna be talking about that in a little bit. TJ, I think that's gonna. Someone might have that on the list.
Alright. How about you, Denmark? What have you been playing?
We have to review a game, and it's gonna come out tomorrow
Is this
at
Holy?
9 p.m. Yeah, we played Holy, or
Holy.
like we played two games of Holy, and still the same. It's still intense, still cutthroat, and
As expected.
my wife still wouldn't wanna uh,
Oh,
give
they-
any quarter.
okay.
Kill
I
and
thought-
kill and kill and kill.
I thought you're gonna spoil your review.
I am not surprised
No.
because Rujin and I would be the type that would make a game about a festival into something competitive and hostile. So
So I was trying out different strats. I tried
Celebration.
rushing through the third floor to the highest floor. Still didn't work. So you still need to have a balance of certain things where you can rush up, but you need to hit people and just. Anyway,
Hit
you'll see
people,
tomorrow in our
okay.
review at 9 p.m.
Sounds like a violent.
No!
that's why it's a game about a festival, and
It's a
somehow
festival of
you
fun,
can turn
joy.
you can turn it into a bloodbath.
You see those commercials in when you ride airplanes or airline commercials, right? Where they're just gonna, if you visit Asia, and then there's gonna be this segment where they're throwing colors on other people. That's actually
Festival
the
of
game.
Colors. Yep.
Yeah, holy.
Yeah, it's a festival of colors.
We have
There you go.
Before the pandemic, we had the color run, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's sort of
Manila
derived-
color run
Yeah.
at night.
Holy is the originators. You know,
Of course,
even before those stupid reveal videos, like they were throwing colors way before anyone else.
My gosh. Woo, all right. So before this goes off the rails this early,
As expected, it's only natural.
15 minutes in, and we're slowly stepping off the rails. Hey, it's good
Yeah,
to be
we
back.
have reached marathons and yep, quite far from board gaming. Mhm.
So we're gonna try and bring it back with our topic today, which is things that get us hyped about the game, or shut up and take my money.
Yeah, I guess it's really it's really like what is this particular factor or feature that a game might have that just really like seals the deal for you, that
Yeah.
this is enough to justify the purchase.
Yeah, that's why what TJ was saying, if nostalgia is one big draw, it's like, hey, recently we reported about GI Joe, Transformers, Masters of the Universe. It's like nostalgia. Hey, shut up, take my money. So
Right. Yeah,
whatever those
I
are.
remember we have one person that was in our game group in Coco Hut that anything that was pixel was like an auto buy. Just like really like the whole Mega Man 8-bit
Who was this?
theme.
Pixel
It was
Tactics,
like
that's the only thing I can remember.
I can't remember who this was.
There's a lot of sort of pixel
Pixel type.
based.
Ah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Boss
Boss
Monster.
Monster, that's right, the Pixel
Yeah.
Tactics, and then there's the
I
Mega
like
Man game.
the one that your MTG friend brought, the joust thing, or it's not joust, but
Oh,
it's
Melee?
melee.
Yeah, Melee. Yeah, that's right.
That is
Everything
hilarious.
that's a pixel art is like sold on him, man. Like this guy lives
okay.
off his Switch, so
So those are the things that we're gonna be
Okay.
talking about. The
Cool, cool, cool.
auto buy for us, more or less. We
Yeah.
don't have to learn what the mechanics are. Well, sometimes
well, it might
we
be
do.
it might be the mechanic, but yeah, we're just gonna be really focusing on a particular aspect of a game that when you see it, it's just like I'm in.
Your ear starts flapping and like, what did I just hear? And then you look for your wallet. Like, where's my wallet? Where's my wallet? Where's my wallet?
Your
Yeah,
wife has it.
there
Your
would
wife
be
has it and
there
kept
would
it
really
somewhere.
be certain triggers. Like if they ever got Nick Cage to be part of the board gaming community, I would probably collect every game that he was in.
Oh my gosh.
Picture of him.
Anything
Wicker
remotely
Man.
resembling something 80s or 90s. Okay, auto wish
See?
list. Okay,
Auto
yeah,
wish
yeah,
list
yeah.
value.
So
Rocketeer.
Oh.
Rocketeer is gonna come out soon. Goonies is
Yeah.
gonna come out
Man.
soon. So there's a lot.
Goonies.
Yeah.
Rocketeer,
Oh,
I'm
wait,
very
Goonies is-
interested in that.
Goonies are out now. So there you go.
He cry of your wallet.
Yeah.
We might do more harm than informing our viewers tonight.
Yeah.
Again, this is
All
just
right.
our opinions.
Yes.
Don't take our word for it.
But I think that this again paints a picture really of our taste in games and
Yeah.
also what we take into consideration. So, maybe it will also be some helpful tips for other gamers to take into consideration. But
Right.
yeah, we are technically maybe pushing people towards purchasing games today.
Well,
Is
it
Desky
depends.
I can- I can
If they
answer that.
if they match our likes, then yeah,
sure?
probably.
Then they're gonna be poor. I think Desky.
to answer this question,
Caller?
the name of that
Out of
movie is
space?
Pig.
yeah.
Pig.
Oh,
PIG.
PIG. All right, cool. So I'm not
Okay.
updated on the Nicholas.
I did
Color,
see that.
Color Out of Space was last year Halloween, so
Mhm.
that's about a year old.
But it's Cthulhu. Never mind.
Yes.
Okay, what are we gonna
it's an
do?
awesome movie.
Let's start.
Wasn't that
All
the
right.
Friday Night at Freddy's thing?
Oh, the Willy's Wonderland. That's also
Willy's
really good.
Wonderland. Yeah, it's good.
All right, we're going.
Okay.
Sure.
Three each.
Three itch.
Sure.
Three
Three
each, no
each.
problem.
Four
problem.
each.
Okay.
Okay,
So
three.
you know what? Here,
Again.
I'll start off with something I think is fairly simple. I mean, there's not that much to explain about it. But one of these things that I always, when I hear about it, I'm immediately interested and want to try it, and that is a traitor mechanic. When they say that
Okay.
the game has
Okay.
a traitor mechanic, even if it's semi-co-op, even if it isn't, let's just say like Shadows over Camelot, even Nemesis, I've never gotten to play it, but I'm just so intrigued by the fact that that everyone has their own ulterior motives, and
Semi-co-op.
I am on board. The fact that there's just somebody there sabotaging the game, and
Mhm.
it could be you. I want to play it.
Wasn't there a game where you do not know if you are the one who's the traitor?
Well, like look at Battlestar
Uh,
Galactica. Halfway through the game, you shuffle up your identity cards, and you might become a Cylon.
Right. Mm-hmm,
One night werewolf, ganun.
Oh yeah,
that-
one night werewolf
was
has
confusing.
the robber can actually become a werewolf if he robbed the wrong person, right?
The
So that can
troublemaker
happen.
can switch.
Blood
yeah.
in the
Which one's
Clock
that
Tower.
run? Blood in the Clock Tower. I haven't played that
Oh,
yet.
Yeah.
has
Oh,
a-
that's
has
fun,
a
that's
mechanic where you're drunk and you're not actually, you don't know, you think you are the enemy, but you might actually not be. You're just
That
drunk. So
is actually a pretty good story from my point of from my point. I actually played that, and I never knew I was the drunk. And the other bad guys were convincing me, "Yeah, you're the demon. You're the demon. These are the people." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the demon." At the end, I was like, "Oh no, no, wait, not the drunk. The something like a fool or some mental guy. He thinks you're
Mental guy?
yeah, some mental,
You mean just like the town crazy?
yeah, the town crazy, yeah.
The resident town
Long
crazy.
story short, at the end, I was so confident that I was the demon, and then suddenly I asked someone else who I thought was also the bad guy, and he said, "Are we together?" And I'm like, "You should know we are together." Biglang it all dawned on me. Wait,
If it can't find anyone, it's you.
no one knows what's happening except me, which means I'm the fool.
Yes, yes. That game creates such good stories.
Yep.
I really like playing that game.
Like
Maybe it's
other
okay.
parts, like the escape from aliens in outer space. That that you start off as a human. If you get caught by an alien, you become one of them, and now you're also a hunter. Like
Yeah.
I really enjoyed
Yeah.
that experience. That even though it's just like a hidden movement game, but the fact that the hunted now becomes the hunter. Like, all right, I'm down.
I'm
That's the
losing
traitor
anyway.
through and through. Let's just kill everyone. Even the same aliens as
Yep.
us. Let's kill
My
them all.
But my favorite example for all of it is still Dead of Winter. A lot of people don't like Dead of Winter. They consider
I
it
love
very
Dead of
heavy.
Winter.
But just
No.
just
The
being
theme.
being the traitor
Very-
in Dead of Winter is it's one of the best experiences I've had.
Yes.
Just being
Oh
a
my
total
gosh.
troll.
It's sick. We need food. I don't have food.
There's gasoline. You guys need gasoline.
We need
There you
meds.
go.
Yeah, I can't find meds. I've been searching and searching.
I always save it for the end. Just like, you know what? For the last round, I'm gonna eat all the food. Like, you're gonna what? Like, too late, fools.
My gosh. So that's your number 3, more or less,
Yeah.
right? The traitor mechanic. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Who's next? Kyo?
All right.
You wanna
As a old-time comic book fan, what's very important when choosing a comic book at first glance? Cover art.
art,
Right.
right?
Mm.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
therefore, if the artist, and which also should more or less reflect the art of the game, I look for box art. If the box
Cool.
art is as good as it look as the how the game looks, shut up
Whoa,
and
it's
take
a-
my money.
Yep.
It's a good thing you
sir,
did.
but
you
sir,
didn't
there's some
buy,
games that you
um,
have to be
never
warned
mind.
about. Like I own Hyperborea. That box art does not depict what the game is about.
That's a very good game.
That's what the problem is. Not all games with high-end artists are hired to
What?
do
What?
good games.
What? Kyo says what? Hey, you
There you go.
you have a fan. Same reason
Yeah,
for buying
exactly.
Hokkaido, right?
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
great art.
Hey,
It's calming. If you look at that art, it's
Yeah.
like
when I
It's so
drink,
But
calming.
but
I
while,
don't really need
while playing,
details.
you're like,
Yeah.
this is not calming. I want it.
Yeah.
And you're
I'm
thinking,
Stop
I'm
getting
an
in my
old
way.
grumpy guy. I'm an old grumpy guy that I can never get, a rest on the.
is that the one who
It's-
likes to take a bath?
Yeah,
And,
on the
and the
hot
one with the
springs.
The hot
monkeys?
springs.
Everyone always takes
Yep.
the hot springs, and I'm like, guys, old guy, hot springs.
Yeah. The last
Give-
time we
give
played
me
Tokaido, I went broke within maybe the first 2 turns and spent the rest of the game just trying to get money. It wasn't relaxing
That
at
won't work.
all.
That won't
It's
work.
like-
So that's for me, box
Art.
art. Again, it could be detailed or elegant. A simple design, usually pure white, or something that catches your attention on the corner of the box. Yeah, those are pretty good ideas, and
Mhm.
it gets me to look at it, and then
Buy it and then
Buy
buy
it.
it. Come on, let's
You
be
should buy
honest.
it.
Yeah,
Then buy it.
that's what we're talking about it today. Like,
That's
you
the whole
end up
point, yeah.
buying it.
that's the whole point. Yep, that's it. Box art. Box art.
See, that's a good point. Ian O'Toole and Lacerda, ay, that's a bad combination for a lot of people. It's an
Yeah.
auto buy.
Yeah,
It's an auto buy.
true. Yeah, I
And their games are not cheap, huh?
Yes. So my in my case, um I'm I have a tendency to auto buy when the initial game that I got was really good from them. So for
You mean the
example,
company, the publisher, right?
the publisher combination with like their designers or like the
Okay,
design,
okay.
especially if it's a new company. So the Ice Mix Games published as like the Age of Civilization, which is
The small box, gray
the
box.
worker
Yeah, the
placement
gray
game.
box.
So
Kia
as
won't like
soon
that box.
Yeah, no,
Great.
it doesn't look
Ugly
appealing
box.
at all.
no, no. When I'm explaining the game, guys, actually the game has really good art, but they don't have space because the cards are so small. So you can see
Yes,
the
they're so
art here,
small.
and
That's
actually
your
you can see it
excuse.
on you can see it on the cards, but it's really tiny. It's here. You have to like point them. There's the art. See there?
It's the
It's
size
super
of the
tiny.
Tokaido cards.
Sad,
Zoom
sad
in.
art.
Zoom in.
But really good mechanics. And then so as soon as they made the new game, I was like, okay, like it was like add to cart first, or in that case back first, and then I read the campaign. That was like what it wasn't like, okay,
That's the
got
whole
it.
point, diba? I like it.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't
I,
read it, but I
I
like it.
feel you, man. I had that same thing with Simon. It wasn't even necessarily just Eric Lang. It was like, like it was how many games in a row that I backed from Simon. Just like, I want it all. Then after maybe the third time around, just like, I'm not even playing these games.
I should stop. I should
They're
stop.
just in my shelf. Man. You got to accept the fact that they're just not always gonna make hits.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
Right.
was like that for
Yeah.
FFG in the first or my first 2 years of board gaming hobby. FFG was
Anything
like,
FFG.
biglang, oh, new game. What's this? Yes, Dark Lord. FFG, sure, why not? You guys
Is
are
that I
Obey.
Overlord? Is that one?
I Overlord, I Dark Lord,
Yes,
something like
Dark
that.
Lord.
Yes,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
I Overlord.
It was such a disappointment. I was like, FFG?
FF
Same thing.
this.
FF this.
Well, to be fair, I kind of had that also with AEG. That I was so interested in all of their games, and then you just
AEG.
started noticing just how thin some of those games were.
Hey, but they're doing good now. They have a
Yeah,
good
I
streak of
mean
great games.
they have some really good games, but there are also some I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
Maybe
But they
at
got
that
better.
time because of just the sheer amount of like people just wanted more games, put out more games. But I think
Mhm.
now that the
Then it slowed down.
industry is sort of it has to restructure. Um, they also have to adjust, and now they're like really sifting, and like your game has to
Yeah.
be really really good. All right, how about you,
Cool.
Denmark?
My number three or my first one will be anything that's macabre or dark ages horror.
Oh,
Something that
okay.
has to do with that one. Yeah. Remember that
How
game,
ironic, huh, Denmark?
Bloody Inn? You got Bloody
Yes.
Inn and like that one.
Bloody in.
Court of the Dead, the
Yeah,
Cthulhu
it's funny
series.
that this is what sells to Denmark.
Like, ooh, death and decay.
So I kind of like not to the point that it's really gruesome and
Abomination.
ugly, kind of low key dark with dark
Yeah.
themes, kind of appealing. I have no idea why. It's just the it oh Bristle 1350. That's a
Yeah.
dark game.
No,
If you think about
it's based on the plagues.
That's
So
ooh.
anything, I have no idea why. It's just maybe uh I just like the idea of how would you survive this type of situations, and partly what kind of brain would think of these games and would play these games.
Hey, if
Yeah.
Cthulhu was chasing me, I'd freak out. Although I'd be
That's
like,
why
hey, that guy's following me. He's
those,
famous.
those themes, right? Cthulhu with its subtle, low key insanity, madness, and then you are just normal people trying to kill them, those
Yeah,
type of
I
themes,
Well,
amazing.
H.P. Lovecraft is like really good at telling a story about a descent into madness. So
Yes.
yes, yep, agree.
So those
Ah,
type of dark, macabre
We
themes.
Javi mentioned that this was actually before the show started. Like he
sup,
mentioned,
Marco?
Oh, wait,
"Hey
Hi,
Marco,
Marco.
hey Marco."
Yep. Yeah. Ho- good
we're not
good luck with the recovery, buddy.
Yes, Marco. Get well soon. Get
get
well
Well,
soon.
well
All
to
right.
soon.
Ron, you were saying
yeah.
before we have
So
to greet everyone.
Javi mentioned was like, oh, Denmark's probably putting Arkham Horror there,
Yeah, I'm so sure. If
and I was
it
thinking,
wasn't specifically Cthulhu, there would be
It's
a
somewhere
way that
there.
it was gonna get in.
He had to
Right.
worm his way in.
It's gonna be there. So Court of the Dead, Cthulhu stuff.
that's true. Okay,
Those
gotcha.
things.
Macabre.
There you go. That's my number 3.
Cool,
which
cool.
which is gonna be funny on my number 2. Anyway, go on. So,
Yeah,
All
from
right.
Cthulhu, next is gonna be like cats. You know,
it's
Cats,
gonna,
what?
it's
yeah,
gonna be
cats.
funny on my number 2.
How much you want to bet, Javi? That he's like a cat.
Yeah, might just be. So wait, we're going to number 2. Okay, so
Yes.
this one's a little tricky for me because this is like it's not one answer, but I have like this trifecta of very specific themes, like or things that I really like when I see it. It almost gets my attention immediately. Like, it's settings. It's more of like how would you put it in words? But it's very conflict oriented times in history, like
Oh,
pirates,
cool.
Vikings.
Cool.
So like
World War
the
II?
Crusades,
Cowboys? Cowboys
ninjas,
work?
sure, cowboys, but basically it's like it's always
Cowboys?
if the setting is in a high conflict
Volatile.
setting, like there's a lot of battle, it just I know that I'm going to expect a lot of player interaction,
Right.
or also a lot of like it's not going to be a resource management thing. There's no trade. This is going to be like take
Fjords.
that revenge,
Oh, yeah.
grudges, vendettas, like sold.
But there are some Viking games that are resource management.
I mean, yeah, come on. Champions of Midgard has a little bit of like resource management, worker placement. Like it's nice to have that, but essentially you're supposed to be building a team to go fight out monsters and
Or
Draugr
kill
and
them.
stuff. Yeah, so like you still have your objective, and it's still all violence. So like, sold. Like I'm in.
I like
It
the
doesn't
idea.
matter what.
That's a very good point, no, Javi. Now, if there's if
Conflict.
the theme is conflict, there's gonna be player interaction. a
Conflict,
lot.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's
People
literally
talking.
just kill stealing, like even if we don't interact at all in a game of Champions of Midgard, but just like you got all of the blue Draugr, I hate you. Like, all right, that's enough. That's already the starting point for conflict within the players.
Right. That is so you.
You know what?
the-
Idle
Hey.
Blades keeps coming up in this network, and I have yet to play it. Bargy,
Oh, I've
Morgan.
seen the gameplay.
Morgan.
Margie,
Morgan's
make
not
it happen,
watching.
man.
Good, Morgie.
Morgan, if you're here.
Lend us your Tidal Blades.
Oh wait, Roni, if you're here.
Yeah. Please
Because
lend
I
us your
remember
Tidal
in
Blades.
their episode, G's at the table, Roni was the one who was hard selling it. So maybe it's like a Roni if you're here. Javi would like to try
Blades.
Tidal Blades
Yeah.
with Kyo.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's my
I-
number 2. I mean, it doesn't even have to really be
High
historic.
conflict. Right.
Yeah, it's just a setting that has conflict. Fine.
High
Conflict.
conflict.
That's it.
It doesn't have to be high conflict.
It doesn't necessarily have to be with other players, right? Even with
No, and
aliens
you know
like
what?
Xeno
Just-
Shift, well, like what they
Yeah,
did.
no, but just to prove a point also, that's why I'm also very interested
How
in
about with
something like
yourself?
4X games. Something as far as like Twilight Imperium, I am not in the mood for something that intense, but the fact that you can technically attack each other, it's
Right.
like there's still that sliver of hope that I might enjoy this game.
Hey, you have hope, Javi. See, Roni's here.
Yeah, I will borrow it any day that you will allow me to have it picked up.
Tidal Blade. So conflict.
Alright.
All right, cool. Kyo. Munchkin.
Munchkin.
You know what? To be fair, it technically is supposed to be it is supposed to have some kind of conflict, but
On the
it's
10th level.
but its overall delivery just falls flat.
It's anticlimactic, right? Kinda
It
like
has the potential, but then it just turns out to be such a sucky game.
just play it for what it is. It's just that game.
You'll have more fun eating the cards than playing the game. Okay?
Oh, Clint. Oh, Clint, you triggered Javi so much.
I
Is that angry?
what I tell people, play if you like Munchkin, then just go and play Dungeon Mayhem.
That works too.
Yeah,
Dungeon
yeah,
Mayhem's
yeah.
much,
Dungeon
much
Mayhem.
better.
It's a lot more aggressive. It's really in your face, but it plays so fast. You enjoy a lot of the combos. There's no
Or Cutthroat Caverns. That
Oh
works
wow,
too.
yeah, that's another one. That
that
you're a
was
team.
good.
Like, no, we're not.
Cool. See, now people are trying to get Tidal Blades.
Yeah. A shelf of
Oh, wait.
opportunity.
I think it's
Amazing
cleaning.
phrasing. All right,
Cool.
that's my number two. Keo, what is your number two, man?
I'm enjoying your reactions. That's why. Okay. My second one used to be number 3, but now I'll make it number 2 na lang. Like box art, I love detailed minis.
Hey,
Oh,
here,
okay.
here.
Yep. Okay.
Preaching to the
Detailed
choir.
Tells you that they put a lot of work into this board game to make it even look nice. Sometimes the board sucks, but if you see that mini standing there, you're like, yeah. Look at the grooves. Now, I don't know about some people, but see, look at that. Look at
Aftermath.
her. He's got something on his butt. Look at that.
It's another mini strap.
Another mini on the butt. There's a rat on the cat's
Hey, that's
butt.
me. Was that me? No.
Diba?
No, that's not my character, right? No, it's not me.
Yeah.
Riding the cat's butt. So yun nga, like I was saying, if a game puts a lot of effort into their minis, they really want it to look good at the very least, and then they have to have something around it. That tells me again that they really plan this out most of the time. So detailed minis, I was about to say that if most people who actually see detailed minis, example like Doom or what's that other game?
There's your most of the time.
Most of the time, Spectre Ops, mga ganun. People tend to paint it more.
It's pretty good.
Which one?
Yeah, Spectre Ops, the
Doom?
minis.
Doom?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Doom's
Spectre
good.
Ops.
Doom is such a
Oh,
detailed.
Spectre Ops is also very good.
Yeah. Ganda ng minis mga yun. Basta detailed. It entices you to paint it or at least detail it a little bit.
Ha,
Gives
you
nope.
an extra-
Sorry, sir. That has never worked on me. With the amount of minis I own, I have yet to paint a single one.
You still haven't unlocked the joy of like.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that has
Painting.
never happened yet. I don't know if I'll ever get around to ever painting my minis.
Hold the brush. Join a session. You'll be
Oh,
surprised.
Pilipintados.
Yeah.
Hey, again, get that. There's your brush.
Nothing's happening, man. I can even make it larger. Nothing's happening, bro.
You don't dust your games. So that's
Cool.
mine. Yeah, short and
Fine.
sweet.
Smaller.
Detailed
Still not
minis.
working.
That's my number 6, I think, or number 5. So it was also on my short list.
There you go.
Wait, a little word from Clint. Little word. Like, look at the length of this, Clint.
Second
Who said it was a little word anyway?
Game leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Haha, a game that creates a situation where players have to team up against their leader.
Hey, hate those.
Are you saying
You're
are you
punishing
are you
me for
talking
playing
about,
well.
Are you talking about Commander? Because you know that everyone has to team up against whoever's like leading, right? Are you like
Clint, you
regretting
won
playing
that
Commander with us
game.
now?
Not happy yet. You won that game. I died first. Okay, go. Let's go next.
There. Trigger everywhere.
All right.
Your turn, Ron.
Okay, so for me, when I was younger, it's not a theme that I enjoyed. I don't really. I mean, I didn't get to watch Star Wars at the time that Star Wars was showing. So I
Yeah, we
only
weren't
watched.
born yet. We were.
Well,
I
Hold
wasn't.
on.
Were
Wait a
you?
minute. Wait a minute.
You're walking into a trap. In the words of Admiral Akbar, it's a trap.
Isa siya.
It got crap.
so like um
Squids.
then even the but apparently I really like the the sci-fi theme, especially
Mm-hmm.
space travel
Operas. Yes.
type of genres. So super
Warhammer 40K.
that's why yeah, Warhammer for the gay, Dune
Firefly.
Imperium, for
Firefly.
example,
Firefly.
Firefly. So like Dune Imperium was like, yes, I love that. I love that series. I
Autobite.
love the book. Like it was pretty much like the add to cart and then read.
Yeah, you say it all comes afterwards. It's like
I
it's
will
coming.
just
I'm going to like teach myself to like it by the time it arrives.
I will justify why I added it to cart. Let me read through it more. See, it has this and that. Okay, agree. So yeah, expands was
The
such
Expanse
Expanse.
a
is good.
Yep.
a pleasant. So whenever it's a sci-fi theme, I have alien artifacts. Kind of
Yep.
my personal terraforming Mars, um, but a little bit better for me.
I would rather
And
play that than terraforming.
Here we go. Woohoo!
I'm just
And
sick
then
of
He
Mars,
hasn't
please.
said he hasn't said the C word yet.
I'll
We'll
play
reserve it for later.
viticulture any day.
C word, cubes. It's the C word.
okay, so
That's Ron's number one. If it has cubes, sold.
Multicolored cubes.
You buy Lego just for the heck of it.
Multi-use cubes.
Multi-use
I
cubes.
have yet.
Those are called laser.
Hold on. All cubes are multi-use cubes. Have you seen?
That's true.
Um,
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. All cubes are multiple use.
Preach, Ron, preach.
The same blue cube is the one in Love Letter, in Fleet, and in every game. It's the same blue cube.
Hey, if anything gets lost, it's easy to make it.
Yeah, you just
Go
buy
to your
a
local
crappier
junk shop,
game
yeah.
with blue cubes, and then you
Okay, I
have
was gonna
And
replaced.
then you have it.
I said junkyard and you buy lumber.
This,
lumber.
this is why people were this is why people were buying Seafall for components.
Steeple. Hey, I was so intrigued with that game. I swear.
I'm not sure if it had cubes though. Seafall.
It did. A
I
Yeah,
few,
think it
I
had
think.
tokens and dice, custom dice. I think. Anyways,
Anyway, you're number two.
so my number
Space.
2 is space theme sci-fi. I am super excited with the new series that are coming up. And yes, Dune is coming soon. So
October,
the
right?
movie, like
Yeah.
super.
Can't come
Yeah.
any sooner.
Yes, yes.
It's about time. You know
How
how
many
many
months?
they've made so many attempts to make Dune. Finally, they better be
And I-
good.
They made it right.
I
The
hope so.
Hallmark Channel Dune series was pretty okay. Although I didn't know
Yeah, but
anyone
in
there.
terms of effects though and like quality, it's still it could be better. It's not as bad as the old one, the David
that one.
Lynch one. But I'm a
I-
fan of David Lynch, but that was horrific. So
I really tried to watch that. Because I listened to the audiobooks and I tried to watch that movie. It's like maybe if I fast forward a bit. Okay, fast forward more.
If I drink a little more, I'll get better.
But do you know how long the original one was supposed to be?
Like 3 hours, right?
No. The very first version of Dune.
8?
There's a documentary about it. I think it's called Jodorowsky's Dune. The guy had it planned for about 9.5 hours.
My kid.
Like
Every
this was
page,
an
huh?
era
Like
before like the
like
Lord
three
of the
end games.
Rings. No, I mean the Lord of the Rings split three books, right? And then they turned it 3 hours a piece. But during the time that they were making these
It was
movies,
unheard of.
yeah, it was they did not have that kind of flexibility, and so it was immediately shut down.
9.5 hours. My,
All
too
right.
much. Cool.
How
I
about
have
you
a
then, Mark?
question regarding that
Yeah,
that Dune
go.
thing. What was the time between those two Dune games, Imperium and the remake of the original Dune game?
No, no. So the original Dune game was out like decades ago, and
No,
then
no,
'70s.
they
the remake, the remake.
yeah, no, then they try then
So
they made the remake, but they were forced to use a different name. It was called Rex, and then
Yeah,
it was
well,
set in the Twilight
Then they
Imperium
had
world.
another one
then another
from
one, the
Gale
third one.
Force,
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
Gale
newest
Force
the
9. Yes,
newest
the
one.
new one.
The newest version is maybe I'm going to say 2 years back.
2019.
Yeah,
Two
2 years,
years
about
old.
2 years
2019.
back.
The
And then
19,
a
and
year
then
later,
a year
Imperium came out.
later,
Yeah.
Imperium came
2020.
out.
So, because around before that time, the Herbert family already gave back well, not gave back, but allowed to license the brand again, which is why people were able to, it's also part of the big reason why Gale Force 9 was very careful on like keeping it very near to the original. They went for streamlining rules rather than sort of upping the
Making a new one.
components and making a new one
Mhm.
altogether.
Yeah.
It was like a way to introduce the brand again into gaming. And now that it had proven its success, you know, more companies are able to take the brand and sort of really create more content on top of it.
Mhm.
So
That's right.
So we're
That's
gonna
right.
be seeing more Dune games, right? So we
I
reported
really
Another
hope
about
one
so.
coming out, right? Based
a
on the movie.
betrayal, the oh, what do you call this? The coup type of game from
Oh, okay.
Dune.
That would be nice.
So it's gonna be
Hmm.
coming out soon.
Traitor mechanic.
As long as
Yeah,
they don't like do, as long as they keep it to like the Dune theme and artwork, and not just do like
I think it's the
the,
movie.
the
They're
no,
gonna be
that's
using
why
the
that's what
stills.
I don't want. I don't want to see like Dave Batista on a card.
I don't
And,
mind.
like,
Ha ha
I'm,
ha ha ha.
you know, like the
Funny.
like the Thanos Rising game. If it had, let's say, like the comic book art for the superheroes instead of like the
It
movie
won't be
version of
dated
them,
quickly, right?
yeah, that's why it will live past the time of the movie.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
Good.
Yeah. That,
Agreed. That's also one of the turnoffs for me, actually, of Thanos Rising or any other movie stills, games that use movie stills.
Yeah, which is why Dune Imperium kind of worked because they used Dune Imperium, Dune
Artwork,
movie inspired art, but they
Art.
had it
right?
ah,
That's
done
why
as
it's
an
like
art.
keep it to inspired art.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
Oh,
Denmark.
my number two. My number
Yeah,
two is the complete
last.
opposite of my number three. My number two are specifically Japanese themed
Fluffy,
or
fluffy
Zen.
bunnies.
What are you talking
Fluffy
about?
cats.
You have
Setting.
Cthulhu and you have Japanese. What's in
That's
the
why.
middle? Tentacles.
Oh boy,
Hey, I
you
didn't think of
you
it that way, but
naughty
yeah,
boy,
makes sense.
Denmark.
I figured tentacles would be your thing, brother.
You and tentacles, huh? Now I
No, I didn't
understand.
say
Don't
that. I
worry.
said Japanese.
We'll,
Eh, like
I'll get
Legend
that
of the Five
game.
Rings,
In the
Tokaido.
words of Felicia Day, tentacle, tentacle, tentacle.
I bought Tang Garden for how it looks. Never
What'd you call
played it.
me? Ah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what you call
I
me?
saw it like, hey, Van Garden, look at this. And then I never saw it open. And this
Never played.
next time I saw it on
Sold.
being sold. What
something
happened?
about something about Japanese art. It's really
Oh no, dude,
calming.
that game looks
Really looks nice.
beautiful. I almost backed it
Yeah.
on Kickstarter too, but it's something about it just felt somehow droning and boring. So like, I
Yeah.
want to wait for somebody else to buy a copy.
But unfortunately, we
You
didn't
could have
play it. I
been
had to
someone
sell it
else.
quickly.
Again,
So that
no
one, that's
conflict.
why I fell in love with L5R for like 15, 16 years. And partly it's because of the art and the lore and the story. But anything that's Zen or Japanese, I like your Rising Sun. It's just so long. Sometimes takes a long time to play that game.
Denmark.
Yamatai. I had
Yep.
Yamatai, not the other
Yeah,
one.
man.
And I and
Stop.
I really
Stop,
enjoyed it
Denmark.
because
Stop
when
it.
Denmark introduced it to us.
So that one, those types of themes, not really Oriental, a few Oriental, but mostly, I mean, few Chinese inspired, mostly Japanese inspired. That will make me stop and say, hey, I might buy this. So, the new one from Awaken Realms, the one about the protecting the Great Wall of China, that looks interesting because of the theme and the art. I was like, but it's too expensive. I can't buy it.
Was it not a flop movie?
Yeah, that's why. Isn't
Yeah,
that
something like that.
isn't
Right, right.
Damon's terrible
Damon,
movie,
Matt
The
yeah.
Great Wall?
It's a
But
great
yeah,
wall
but
of China.
they're gonna release a game that looks really really good from Awake. I know it was Awaken Realms who made that game. So
Cool, cool, cool.
that's my opposites of number
Which
three.
is why you were looking for the Kamigawa
I don't
set.
really
Right.
I don't really think it's an opposite, man. I really think that there's an
So
underlying theme
it's
there,
the
man.
Venn diagram somewhere in the middle.
Yes, yeah. Cthulhu and Japanese, like right in the middle, tentacles.
Maybe subconsciously, I don't know, but so far as I know, I don't like those.
You like octopus, huh? That's no problem. I like that. Octopus.
Ay,
Okay, let's
Anime
move on.
eyes.
There goes
Yeah,
our
me too.
potential monetization.
Go, Javi.
All right, that's so okay. We're going to number one. My number one
Number one.
is it's technically been mentioned. Me and it's a little bit of a crossover. Me and Ron really kind of have similar taste when it comes to like sci-fi, like The Expanse. Like I do like, let's say, like the Firefly series. I'm not really so big into maybe like the Star Trek, Star Wars. That I didn't get that deep into the lore. So there's some people that take that way further than I could ever imagine. But there are other games like the Osiris game. We played Soul. That even though the game is so confusing as hell, the fact that it's just all based on space exploration, I'm sold. Starship Samurai. Like I do like sci-fi
Ooh.
games, so it's a little bit of a repeat of what Ron mentioned. But what takes it just a step further for me is I really like sci-fi horror.
Mhm.
Event Horizon, the Alien
Mm.
franchise, Pandorium. So when you have games like Nemesis, that is like I want to play that. And let's say even down to like The Crew, or there's even I think it's called like Burke's Gambit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Erwin brought it
L5
for one of our
R.
game nights,
I'm
right?
sorry, the love letter type game.
Dark Moon. So that that it is still sci-fi, and there's a trader mechanic. It hits all of the buttons for me. That there's conflict and lying. So like, but basically, sci-fi works really well, and it's specific maybe to those that have like really good world building, like Mission Red Planet and stuff like that. It's a little thin in terms of the theme for me, but
Mhm.
when you add in other stuff that just like Dune Imperium, that okay, it does have a conflict, it does have lore and a story in it, I'm on board. So it can be a crossover to Ron for sci-fi, but the kicker for me is sci-fi horror.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair
The
enough.
first
Cool.
game that comes to mind is Claustrophobia.
Oh, there,
Ooh.
yes. And that's like Prisoners versus Hell.
Yeah,
I wanna
exactly.
try they
There's
have
the
the
old setting,
the
right? 18 something
Right.
something.
that one I wanna try. It looks really cool also. Plus the minis are fantastic. So
See, here, minis.
yeah,
Wait, what did you say? They're not cubes.
and
Let's
I
rewind
know how
that.
to paint
Hey,
now.
folks.
One of us. One of us.
They are not
Alright.
cubes, Ron. Hey, I remember another Japanese game, Traders of Osaka. I had that game too. Anyway,
Yeah.
listen,
Which
your
is the
turn.
other one that
Killing
which is the
chemicals
one that
there
you
too?
have that you're like painting?
The
Kanagawa. See?
There.
Kanagawa. Okay, I
It's
thought that
right
was the
there.
Bob Ross board game.
No, it's right here. Cool. All right, Kyo,
All
number
right.
one.
One is this is personal to me. because especially for the past few years, 2 years
Tentacles.
now.
Today's
I'm
today's
actually
secret
getting
word
kind of clues
is
from Javi already. Javi's pushing the tentacles a bit too much.
today's
All
secret
right.
word.
If the game comes with a software or mobile companion.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, we should have done that
Interesting.
episode.
So like
Anyway,
XCOM.
XCOM, specifically XCOM was the very first one I actually had, and it was amazing. It's it gives you the idea you can play it solo or not, but yet there's an immersion that you cannot get from simply, you know, the the canvas of the mind.
mhm.
There's voice, there's music, everything. Same goes with no, the most recent game one of the most recent game I got for Forgotten
Forbidden
Waters.
Waters. Oh.
Yep.
Forbidden Waters, yeah.
Saint
Saint,
Noir
Hey,
there.
yeah,
Saint
good,
Saint
good.
Noir.
Noir,
From your fan.
everything. Saint Noir, exactly. There you go. TJ played it with me the first time, and him and his wife had so much fun. They were arguing talaga with Alexa.
You know, Rudy, if you say tentacles enough times, yes, you will get a discount. And escorted out of the store at the same time.
You have to say the A in tentacles. You need tentacles. Tentacles.
That's it.
Tentacles.
I issue a public challenge for people just to yell out tentacle in random places.
Oh
Don't
wait.
quote us.
Hey, have you played Chronicles of Crime? How'd you find it?
I want to. I really want
Oh,
to.
I think you'll
Although
love it if
I've
if you're.
seen it and I want to play it. I tried ordering it in Australia, but I realized that I'd rather get micro macro.
No, good choice though. Good choice.
Sure,
So there
sure,
you
but
go.
I think you'll
I'll
love
go
it.
for that.
Chronicles
good.
of Crime.
I'm sure. I mean, with the fact that you're using your cell phone as the guide plus VR type, why not?
Yeah, the
Heck
VR
yeah.
is really
Actually,
good.
the main thing that I really liked about that game is the
The
DLCs.
QR.
No, the whole idea that you have the same game and you can play so many variations, so many stories
Right.
Exactly.
just
Mhm,
by
mhm.
downloading a pack, and then suddenly you have, oh,
More
that person
content,
is
right?
now
Yeah.
this.
They can
Like,
modify the
Amazing.
story.
like Forgotten Waters, it has an DLC online on the browser itself, which means they never changed anything. They had to utilize all of the components to create a whole new adventure. All they
Mhm.
needed is a new set of voice actors and a whole new story, and it worked. It freaking worked. And it's
Right.
still funny too as well. And Ron still hasn't played with us yet.
Yeah.
Oh, we should play it online. Can we play it online? Let's do a
That's
We
the
stream
whole
can.
for
point.
it.
That's the
Yeah,
whole
you
point.
it's like you
No, I
have to
mean,
play it online
like, no. What I mean is like play it
for an episode.
on for an episode.
Sure.
1 hour and a half. Yeah, kaya.
Cool.
Half a story.
Yeah, we'll,
kaya.
we'll save it for like a secret episode. We won't tell people when it airs. It will just show up.
It just shows up on the exact time, right? So it's like
Yeah,
no
like
announcements, no
surprise,
nothing.
2 hours
Surprise.
of us playing one game.
One game. And that's it. Yeah.
Cool.
Me.
Cool.
Okay.
All right,
Cool.
cool. All right, my number
Round?
one is not cubes. Okay,
No.
Economic games. Economic games.
Multi-use
Panama-
cards.
Whatever Panamax is.
actually,
Obscure.
my biggest sort of auto buy is if it packs a lot of game in a small box.
In a small box.
Yes, I have so many small box games that I
Yes.
can
Yeah.
run a whole
So
game night with a small with
And they're
with just
getting good at doing those games, huh? The small
Compact,
box games,
yeah.
but really packs a punch.
the one I mentioned a while ago. The reason why it was an auto buy for me because like they did Age of Civilization, a worker placement, sort of a little bit of like a future time movement thing, and civilis it's my tapestry, uh, and it's such a tiny footprint. Of course, when you lay it out, it's not that tiny
Becomes
anymore.
big.
But
It
yes.
explodes like that.
I think it
Uh,
appeals to your designer side on how they could make a lot of cool mechanics. How can they make this game
Yeah.
complicated on such a small scale?
Yes,
Isn't it?
and just the
It appeals to you.
accessibility, it works with me because of, as an advocate, I want to be able to quickly share new games with more people. But if it's a big box, it's hard to bring to game night. But I can now, but back when we had sort
But
of
come
open up.
on, you like big box games. When someone brings out it has minis, you get excited.
Okay,
No.
to be honest,
Your Honor,
Sorry, I am
he's leading the
defending
witness.
big box games here.
to be honest, big box games, in my head, what runs is like this. That seems to be a lot to fix up after.
But now, Ron, what if it was a big box of cubes?
Ah, because
See,
cubes,
I knew it. I
You
knew
know,
it.
seriously, you're gonna bite on this one. You're gonna bite this.
cubes is easy to
I
pack.
knew it.
You just do this.
There has to be
We'll make a game
man.
that's just cubes with no rules. Just a whole
Box
a
of
whole
cubes.
box of cubes, no
They
rules.
made
Like I
one.
said,
Make
They
your own.
made one
that's
like that.
Lego. That's like
Tom
Jenga.
Vassal already.
Yeah, there are those games
bashed it.
exist. Like there's the bag of dice that they made it at Dice Garden that you just pretty much roll dice to get dice to get dice. It's like this is not a game.
Yes.
Wow,
That's- okay, that's my
Small
number
box.
one.
cool.
Small box. Games.
My
Yeah,
number
okay.
one goes against both Ron and Javi's number one. If
Let
that
me
game
get
has
rolling
dragons, if that game has dragons, elves, magic, hey, I'm in.
Ah,
So,
okay, yes, the realm of
Fantasy.
fantasy.
yes,
So elves, dragons, tentacles, and anime. Yeah,
Right.
that fits the bills perfectly.
Yeah, makes sense.
works, right?
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Everything else makes sense. I don't know, something about all of the stories that you have with those, like the classic ones, Lord of the Rings, and Narnia is also part of that one. So
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, they appeal to me. Something about not relying on technology, but magic, in which you use skill.
That's way better than technology.
Because I don't know, something that makes you think that you're accomplishing things by your own feet, not by having any tech to help you. Something about that actually appeals to me.
Okay.
And plus dragons, dude, dragons.
Right,
What
right.
else can we say?
Yeah,
So-
I am not disagreeing with
Agree
this.
about
I
dragons.
do like the
You're not wrong,
fantasy
Denmark.
theme as well, but me, it's just that it feels a little overdone it to some
Yeah.
degree.
Because it's really, really old.
Yeah,
Sci-fi,
especially
I would love it too if it has great story. But if it's Starship Troopers, Firefly, those are sci-fis that are really good. The the one that's a board game now by Jeff Engelstein. You just mentioned it earlier. It
Expanse.
slips my mind. Expanse. Those ones are really good
And
too.
the fact that Red Rising is now even a game that they
That one
took a
too.
really good sci-fi franchise.
Yep.
I'm excited to see how the new Magic set that's gonna come out, Kamigawa Neon
Yeah,
Neon something. That's it
Neon
appeals to my
The
it appeals to my
Warhammer.
Japanese thing.
the Warhammer Recon was like, where can I
Wait,
add
don't,
to
don't
cart?
don't give this stuff away. This is for Sunday, people. You're killing my
Sorry.
show.
No, we're making them excited. So it's something
Sunday
like that.
Night Magic.
Japanese fantasy, and then somehow it's sci-fi. I wanna see how that works. So,
Japanese fantasy sci-fi. I can find that for you
Space Tentacles.
easily.
That's called Altered Carbon.
That's actually true.
that
is true.
that series is good, but it's a hella confusing when it's like, what are you
What?
now?
You did not
What
listen to
race
the
are you now? Who are you now?
You did not read the dialogue. Turn on subtitles.
Like confusing. You're supposed to be Asian, but I'm seeing your sister's not Asian too.
Because
What's
no
happening?
one is who they are. We're shells. We're all
Right.
discs.
So I like that series, but sometimes at
They
the
made
point there's
a-
this disconnect in your brain. It's like that's not supposed how it's supposed to go.
Yeah. they made an RPG for it, right? Carbon
Yes, they
had
Oh,
did.
they did.
Yes, they did. They did.
tabletop RPG. I am like, if that has like a board game, that's also that add to cart first, and then
But
let's
how would
check.
that play, right?
I don't
You're
know.
slipping into different people.
Shells, yeah.
It would probably be role selection, sort of like if you've ever seen that card game. I think it's called Grifters.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That you just have like this chain tableau, and you're selecting different members of your gang. So everyone plays like a role in the gang in some cyberpunk future. Altered Carbon will most likely be objectives and using roles to complete them.
With
Okay.
high
Your
conflict,
specialty
right?
skills with your.
But I just
roles.
want him and then all of the enemies and the
As long
fighting
as you get,
scenes.
as long as you have the hotel concierge bartender.
Yeah,
guy.
that guy.
If,
Oh,
if you can
yeah.
play
Oh.
as him, like,
Spoiler,
Yeah,
spoiler.
Yeah,
give me a-
yeah,
see,
perfect.
Edgar.
Edgar Allan Poe,
Allan
right?
Poe, yeah.
Poe,
Poe.
right?
Yes.
Cool,
Yes.
cool. So,
Alright.
those are our number ones. Do you guys have quick two more that you can add? Like, just blurt it out there in your short list.
worker placement.
Worker placement cubes.
Takeshi Kovacs. I actually have something here. It's a tie between mature content or
What? You're the one who wants tentacles.
or-
Wait,
Folks,
Tentacles is mature content.
Never mind. Go on.
Think
go on,
about it,
Keo.
Ron.
That's
Like,
brilliant.
okay, Ron, you just keep thinking about it, and we'll continue. We'll get back to you.
either quote unquote mature content actually attracts my attention. Like, why would a board game be mature content?
Like gory mature content or
Either way,
any
that-
mature content.
Joking hazard.
Yeah. That was except card games like that. Or / at the back it says 1 hour, which is never true.
Hey, cool. Agree with that one.
Diba?
Agree.
You say if it's 1 hour and they misestimate it, that means this game's got meat in it. It's got a lot of things happening. So add that plus
Leisure shoot Larry.
yeah,
Yeah.
Larry's got meat,
Leisure-
that's for sure.
Leisure
That's
sweet
gonna-
Larry.
Leisure suit. That's what
Suit?
we- yeah.
Sweet.
Leisure suit.
Suit,
It's
right?
suit.
Leisure
It's
suit.
leisure
yeah.
suit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leisure
I
suit is where
got-
he goes.
I got steampunk and resource
Hey, good.
allocation.
Hey.
Actually, good call. Good call on the steampunk. I didn't think about that. That is actually also a theme that does get my interest a lot.
Wasn't somebody sending
One that
me
I
his-
will mention, I guess, taking steampunk into mind. I do like games where you get to play as the villain, like Victorian Masterminds.
Yeah. Steampunk too, right? Victorian
Yeah,
Mastermind.
that's
is
why,
steampunk.
yeah,
Cool.
it hits those notes.
That
I like
that world, the world of Smog, that's a good
Yeah.
world. It's a rich world that they could build on. Simon, come on, make good
Well,
games out of it.
Yeah, the game that they made out of it after Her Majesty's Service,
Secret, yeah.
the Rise of Smog or something. The
Rise
one
of
that was-
Moloch.
Yeah, that one. The one that is pretty much just the others. But I really like the others. That was awesome looking. That a game based on the 7 deadly sins and like so many minis.
There you go.
again. It's
Those are
always
our
daunting
list.
for me. Me
Wow.
and the
Special
beer.
mention.
Anything with like a board game about beer, I'm also very
Oh
very
yeah,
interested.
your beer collection games.
Yes. So
Cheers to
Good
that.
call.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yes, Ron has introduced me to so many beer crafting games that they've all been pretty good. So
They're all just one family, right? The beer crafters family. That they're all in
It's
that
some
world, right?
broadcasters from the same company. The other ones
I got thirsty on
I've
that.
really investigated if they were good enough. Not I haven't
Yeah.
seen one that can sort of match up. So
yeah, if they could only make maybe wine making an interesting game.
Viticulture.
Like-
It's
you
way
shouted at
interesting that
might-
it's
Immediate defense.
way better than that other game. Than that other game.
Do you know what
Never
would
mind.
make viticulture better? Tentacles.
No, that would be weird.
no,
Anyway.
if it's a white
More grapes.
wine, I think it's okay.
Cthulhu wine.
Okay, wait, before we go.
Cthulhu
thi-
breweries. Hey, that's nice.
Yes.
While they're thinking
Taste,
about
Mm.
taste the madness.
beers and
Taste
tentacles, we
them.
would like to announce that since we are now a network, we're gonna have different shows. Uh, Basically, almost every day we have a show that's coming out. I think except Monday or Tuesday, we're gonna have one show in our network.
There's
And
this.
today we have this open game night, and we talked about things that hyped us or shut up and take our money. But tomorrow we have a lot of shows this coming weekend, guys. Seriously, listen to this. Fridays at 8 p.m. Tomorrow will be Monkey Plays, and she's gonna feature how to play Talinhaga
Oh,
because we're
Ooh.
Ooh.
on August.
Ooh.
Buena Wika,
Yung
right?
one
So
ng
she's
wika.
doing that.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Very good.
you can catch that on her channel on Facebook, Monkey Plays on Facebook and YouTube, and also on the Variable Play channel. And then tomorrow at 9, after that one, me and Regine will have Straight from the Meeple's Mouth. We're gonna be reviewing Holly. You should see that last part in our interview. Well, you're gonna find, and then
Yes.
I'm gonna get
Yes.
flack
yeah.
a lot of
No,
flack from it
no
again.
spoilers, sir.
Oh, don't
So that's
worry.
on
We'll be in the comments. Don't you worry.
that's on tomorrow at 9. So if you want to see what Holly looks like, Holy, I forgot what how to pronounce that. And then on Saturday, it's the second episode of the Pilipintados in the Variable Play Network.
Yes.
Hey, you
Yes.
guys need to tune in because last time they gave away like 3 kilograms of ham, 1 kilogram of ham,
One
Ham?
package of ham. The
one
Yeah.
raffle.
package
One
The
of
pack of
ham.
ham
raffle was
and
ham.
loads of t-shirt.
Yes, loads of
Yes.
T-shirt, other things that you need for
They
painting, the
they're
magazines that they had,
Magazines.
they're the
What kind
rich
of
and
magazines
side
were
of
there?
ham.
variable play.
What kind of magazines were those?
But you would want to tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. here at the Variable Play channel or in Pilipintados on their
Something
Facebook
big.
page. It's
Something
something
big.
big. Their grand raffle for tomorrow.
You cannot
Is
say.
big. Is
We can't.
big.
I can't. No, we're not gonna say, but we're gonna say it's really interesting, and you would want to tune in tomorrow.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh,
Please,
yeah.
please.
Hype train.
No, seriously, Abby. Do you know what it is, Abby? It's
Hi.
really good.
No.
Oh,
Let's get money.
oh.
We will PM. We will. I will. I
We'll
will.
PM
Of course we will
you,
PM.
and you're gonna be tuning in. That's at 8, and at 9:30 after that one, we have our friends from the Solo Board Gamers PH with Clint, Marlon, and Soy on their channel, and also here in Variable Play. I don't know what they're gonna be talking about, but it's gonna be benefiting a lot of our solo gamer players. I'm sure of that, right? So that's for Saturday, and on Sunday, um, in the morning,
Ron
get fit
will
with us.
torture himself again for
If you
your
wanna see
entertainment.
I was able to. So I'm trying to devise. So if you guys are interested, I'm trying to devise how to use Yahtzee mechanics, and having a fitness twist to it. So that's what I'm trying to design for Sunday.
That's at 8 a.m. Just brawling with Ron and Gabay, and you can catch it here at our channel. And in the evening, this is gonna be a good episode.
Yeah,
I'm sure a lot of people will be tuning in.
yes, for Sunday Night Magic Fools.
It's gonna be hosted by Javi at 9 p.m. and they're gonna be talking about the Magic Showcase announcement for
Yeah.
2022,
Well, it's called
right?
Magic.
It's the
It's Magic Showcase 2021.
this
But
year,
everything
but
that was discussed was meant
for
for
the
2022
next
and
year,
2023. So
Oh yeah.
2 years worth of announcements. You think that they're
and
the
they are so
MCU.
good. They are so
Yeah.
Oh, they're
good.
beautiful.
The
Javi will be
announcements
pulling
are
out
so
something
good.
out of his hat.
Add to cart. Add to
At the
cart.
cart, you're gonna be poor. And I
Prepare
know
to go
Abby will have two special guests on Sunday. So please tune in at 9 p.m. That's gonna be Sunday Night Magic here on Variable Play. That's it. Those are the
Alright.
shows
I
that we have
also
for the
have
weekend. Oh, you have one
an
more?
announcement. So because the week after, technically, the next week that we're coming in, is already the first week for September. So we'll have
Right.
the Larong Atin lineup and all of those. But on the second week, we'll have an extended episode for Larong Atin because we will have
Wow.
a guest from
Hey, I saw this on email.
yeah
On email.
This is so exciting too
yeah
for the
yeah.
Larong
So
Atin and the designers. If
yes,
you're
so
aspiring
we're gonna
to create your
be
own board
having a
game,
guest, and we will be sending the announcement soon. So
that's
stay tuned.
Awesome.
it's
That
gonna
is
be
so
good.
cool. That is so
It's gonna be
cool.
good. It has something to do with folded wishes. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
So, so
Maybe one or
Ron
two
is his
like
own special guest.
no, 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 no.
So,
It's
so Ron,
connected.
tell me about how you
It's
design this
connected to
game.
that one.
Hey,
you know what? That's a good question, Ron.
If you want to find out,
You
and
look good
I'm
today,
sure
Ron. Why, thank
if you're
you, Ron.
trying to if you want to design your own game, you would want to check out, or if you want to improve on your game design, you want to check out that
You want to
episode
develop
with
your skills.
Larong Atin. It's gonna be really good. So
Okay,
there you go.
cool,
Those
cool,
are the things that we have in lineup for the next week, for this weekend. Okay,
Yes.
so that's what
Amazing
we have.
entertainment. All original content, no imitations.
We're good. We're good. Ron,
Okay.
it's up to you, bro.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching and staying with us. We hope you guys keep safe. Um, try to play games. Try to make time to play games, solo games, video games, anything to sort of just break the mold, and maybe also try to move a little because of how we are being locked up in all.
Sunday morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how you segue into that one.
Yes. Yes. So, and again, super thank you for everyone for staying with us. And until next time, have fun
Yeah,
gaming.
keep safe, keep gaming.
Right. Play more old
Bye,
games.
everyone.
Bye, everybody. See you.